Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shelly. I'm so glad you guys are here. I know you guys have a variety of YouTubers and content creators to choose to spend time with, and I appreciate the fact that you've invited me into wherever you're watching this, which could be as you're making dinner. Could be in bed if you're depending on what country you're in, or if you're, you know, playing catch up after the fact. Could be in the line, in the car, in your living room, in your dining room, but you've invited me into your space, and that does not go unnoticed. Today I'm super excited because I am trying a brand I've never tried before. I picked up 2 palettes from Unearthly Cosmetics. This came recommended from another content creator, and I was like, wow, that looks stunning. I'm gonna go ahead and pick it up. So I picked up 2 of these palettes. This is the Fall Magic one. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. This is the one I could not resist. And then while I was there, I also picked up the Lore palette. Sorry guys, I'm just still trying to get over this cough of my negative COVID, but certainly felt like COVID. This is the Lore palette, and this is gorgeous too. This has some beautiful shimmers, like 5 shimmers and 4 mattes. One of those mattes being this super deep black shade. I think that there's a number of pairs of shadows that I would wear with this. I don't really know what I would wear this with. This one seems to be kind of like my odd man out. Like I don't really know what it goes with. Maybe I'd wear it with the burgundy matte and the orange. Maybe that's what you do. Maybe you just take that one, and then one of the other shade. Maybe that's how you use this palette. I don't know. Let me know if you want me to come back and do a film with this, or do a look, multiple looks with this. I think this actually looks really, really challenging and fun and a little intimidating. I'm not gonna use that today. I'm gonna use the Fall Magic one. I have not purchased anything from Unearthly Cosmetics before. It took a little bit to get here, but this is a 12 pan eyeshadow. It's a heavy palette. There's a lot of product in here, it feels like. I don't think that they've weighted the the palette. And normally I would be like, okay, well I want to do like, you know, 3 looks with 1 palette, but I've already filmed several things today. I tend to pre-film because I travel for work, and so when I'm on the road, that's when I usually sit in my hotel room and edit and get things scheduled to go out. I don't have the bandwidth right now, I think because I'm still recovering and because I've been filming a little bit today. And you can see that I've got the dregs of previous eye looks on my under my eyes right now. I'm gonna put a little bit of eyelid primer on. We're just kind of doctoring it up. So I'm in town today, which means I'm at home. We were supposed to go somewhere, and then we're supposed to go camping, and then we just didn't. I'm gonna cancel the reservation, but it was one of those things where it's not too cold, but I have other things to do, and because I've been gone and then I was sick, when I was home, I've got stuff around here that is not getting done, and in order for me to have some sort of, you know, mental health space, we just decided to cancel the camping, which I love camping. I think it's actually a stress reliever. I couldn't fit it into my schedule with everything else. I had laundry, bad excuses. Okay, you guys, this is actually a really pretty palette, and I don't know what I'm wearing yet tonight, but my husband wants to go out and grab dinner since I'm home. Tomorrow I actually am leaving. I think that this is like your only kind of transition shade, but I don't necessarily know that that's what I want to work with. I think I might use this one right here, which is like this warm brown. And I did not swatch these. I'm using a rougher brush, and I'm hoping, oh yeah, see, that's actually very soft. I was worried that it was going to be so pigmented. I mean, it's not like horribly soft, right? I'm able to build it up a little bit, but I was worried that it was going to be so pigmented that I was going to be like, oh yeah, I need a transition shade. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? And I'm finding that actually that's a beautiful color. Yay! Oh, and it's going on without really any patchiness or skipping or anything. Have you guys purchased Unearthly Cosmetics before? It's a brand you're familiar with. I believe this is out of Europe. Does it say? No, it's made in the PRC. The first 2 ingredients are talc, mica, and then silica. So, I don't know. I don't know that necessarily makes me endeared with it, but despite being made in the PRC, it's coming across as actually a pretty good quality. Maybe I'm lying to myself. Maybe I was just so excited to try this brand that I didn't really pay much attention. Normally my favorite brands are probably going to be made in Italy. Think like Pat McGrath, Natasha Denona. The Italian formula just seems to be very smooth, and for someone who's not a makeup artist, you know, any help we can get, that's all right by me. All right. Now that I've got that on my lid, I'm going to actually just use my Sigma switch and kind of clean off that brush a little bit. And then let's see if we can't shear this out and blend this out just a little bit. I do have close set mature hooded eyes, and I struggle with real estate. I also struggle with making my eyes not look cross-eyed. This is not an internal negativity. This is just the reality. So I try to do things that I can to kind of open things up a little bit and spread my eyes out a little bit. I'm going to take this kind of, I'm going to call it an olive green. It says cocoa, but it's leaning a little green to me than purely just cocoa. Is that here in the end? I don't want this to be a completely boring look, so I'm gonna, you know, pick one of the shimmers and have a little bit more interest, but I'm feeling kind of in a fall vibe sort of way right now. And I like I said, I don't know what I'm wearing to go to dinner. I'm just not really sure yet. So I figured we'll put on some eyeshadow and then I will decide what I'm wearing. It's not usually the way I do it. Usually I have an idea first. All right, Unearthly. I'm actually excited to have these. I think the color stories are very interesting and a little bit out of my comfort zone. Normally when I look at a palette, I'm looking to see, can I get a work look? Can I get a fun daytime look? Can I get a little bit more of a smoky, smoldery date night look? I tend to be a little bit more colorful with my date night looks than I do with like my regular everyday looks. Okay, I said I was gonna go interesting, but I'm not. I'm gonna take this shimmer right here, which is called Cashmere. It does look like cashmere. I get that. And I'm plucking that all over my movable lid. This is like a khaki, almost like a khaki metallic, I would call it. Not truly a gold, not truly a silver. The shades are blending well. Yeah, I like that. Okay. They feel very creamy, on par with, you know, the good ColourPop shimmers that are very, very soft to touch. Not like a Super Shock, but you know, like their normal, regular creamy shimmers. That's kind of what it feels like. I don't remember the price point on these things. I don't think it was very much comparison, you know. Definitely not drugstore, but not like ridiculously expensive. I'm trying to do a low buy right now, so I'm trying to get caught up filming on products that I already own. I do not get anything in PR, you guys, so I need to be more conscientious of how I'm spending my money. All right, those, you know, those shades are completely just like normal, everyday. I'm not feeling like this is particularly creative or interesting. I think I might take this teal green down here and use a little bit of this on my lash line just to give my eyes a little bit of interest. I've got just like a pencil brush here. So I'm taking the shade called Earth. A little bit of kick up. I'm trying to trying to acquire it, but then not lose too much of it either. I don't want it to travel too much. I'm just going to scribble this into my lash line. Since I had a kind of a teal color on earlier, I feel like that all the dregs of that didn't actually fade away. So I'm going to use Advantage and kind of incorporate that into. Later this afternoon, I've got to go put together a piece of furniture because I'm trying to get myself organized here and trying to get rid of some of the clutter. One of the things I did was purchase a couple cabinets that I can use to store my makeup in, because what I have, not necessarily the bookshelf behind me with the palettes, but the stuff that I have in my like regular vanity area, like my everyday vanity, a lot of it is like exposed, so I can see what's in the bin that's holding it, and it's giving me all kinds of anxiety because of the clutter. Like I can see the clutter, and I think I need to put a lid on that. Are you guys going through this phase? Like I feel like I'm going through a phase where I'm not necessarily nesting, but I need to get rid of some stuff. I need to clean out, and I need to make a more serene environment. I just feel like stuff's piled up and there's just too much. Okay, you know what? I think that's actually kind of pretty and normal and everyday, and I kind of am feeling it right now. I was gonna do something a little bit more exotic for date night. You know what? I've got to take this dark shade right here, and we're gonna add a little bit of this here, a little bit extra drama. I think that the purples in here are beautiful. I really want to use them. I did a look recently where I did some purple and kind of like a rust color, and it was such a beautiful fall look that now I'm looking at that with all my palettes going, I like that. I want to do that again. Okay, that teal was subtle enough that it's not reading as like a super bold green. I think it just gives you a hint of a color. And yes, I'm doing this kind of, you know, smoky, heavy look. This is going to be my date night look, so it's okay that I go a little bold. I'm justifying it to myself. Let me clean that brush off. And I'm going to go back into this warmer shade right here that I started with. We'll grab a little bit of that and just kind of bring this up just a little bit. I want to warm up that edge. I lost a little bit of it when I brought in that other brown. It's funny because this is the kind of look that I would have seen on somebody before. I'm taking that warm brown lash line too. And I would have thought, oh, well, you know, that's 1 or 2 colors. Not realizing, like if I go back 3 years ago, I would not have thought that there was this much blending and color combination in eyeshadows, nor would I understand why somebody would want to do that. Now I'm like, oh, look at me being creative. A little late to the game. Doesn't mean I don't want to play. All right. I'm really, really enjoying this. Fall Magic, absolute win. Good job, Unearthly Cosmetics. If you want me to come back and do lore, let me know. This is gonna go on my regular table where I can use it. Stuff. I've got a little cleaning up to do. I'm feeling a little dark under my eyes right now. Let me put some mascara on, I'll be right back. Okay guys, I put on a bunch of the e.l.f. Big Mood mascara. Actually really like it. I had a lip mask on earlier, but I think it's mostly gone right now. I'm gonna put on a little bit darker of a lip gloss than I would normally wear. I don't know if it's a lip gloss. What is this called? This is a Smooth Whip matte lip cream from NYX. Yeah, NYX. It's that time of year. Oh, I just hawked and got my all messed up here. It's that time of year where I tend to reach towards a little bit more of darker lip colors anyway. And I think because my eyeshadow, even though it is a little bit glam, a little bit smoky, it's not so heavy as like a dark color would be. Like if I would have done, you know, like a teal look, that kind of thing. And because of that, I can go a little darker with the lip. All right. I think that lip actually is very comfortable and it feels kind of fun. I didn't do any, I feel like I need like a bronzer. Do I have one in here? I have a combination of a couple different of the Dominique Cosmetics cheap products on, and it is that time of year where I feel like I've lost a little bit of my summer glow, if you will. Yeah, this is feeling a little 90s glam, and I'm kind of here for it right now. Some of the makeup styles, when they come back around, it doesn't hurt my feelings. And tomorrow will be another day. I did get a tire change today. We did a Costco run. We took care of some business out of town. I did all my band's social media stuff from their gig last night. So I've had a relatively productive day. I did finish laundry. I've got 2 loads left to go fold. I should probably start with that, huh? All right, you guys, that's it for today's video, me babbling as I am wont to do. Again, not a professional makeup artist, not a sponsored, affiliated, endorsed content creator. I'm just a lady of a certain age who likes to play with makeup and collects it and brings a lot of my opinions and thoughts to you guys as I'm playing with it. This Unearthly Cosmetics palette I'm super excited to have. I do think that Fall Magic is magical. I'm excited to play with some of the other shimmers in here. I think it's easy to do a simple look. You don't want to have something that's going to take forever to create and the artistry behind it, and when you do it one time, can you ever remember how to do it? I think this is going to challenge me a little bit. This green, I love this color. I love the, and I'm like a matte wear with a pop of shimmer, but the shimmers in here they look fantastic. So I'm super excited to play with this, you guys. If you want me to come back and do a look or 2 or 3 with it, leave me a comment down below. If not, then I'll just enjoy it, and you know, I might film with it anyway. Got a couple more things coming up here. I do tend to pre-film because I travel for work, so I try to make most use of what I can when I'm home, and then I tend to do a little bit of editing in my hotel room when I'm traveling, which keeps me out of trouble. Not that I would find trouble anyway. That was a dumb thing to say. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys are doing really well. I hope that this gives you some idea on not only the fall mood that I'm in, but also Unearthly Cosmetics. And something you guys want to check out? Let me know what you guys think. They have a bunch of other palettes there. These are just the 2 that I started with, so let me know if you want me to grab another one. I will look at my budget that I'm trying to be very conscientious of and make intelligent decisions, but if it's going to help you guys decide, I will absolutely do what I can to help you guys. So anyway, I hope you guys are doing really well, and I hope you guys stick around until my next video. Bye for now.